One of the largest misconceptions about free writing is that your efforts should be focused on covering a wide breadth of material without digging too deep into any one subject, or that you should mine down to the core of a few specific elements of your story, focusing on uncovering small details related to the very specific pathways you've chosen. But the most effective free writes cover both aspects, the breadth and the depth, which is why we encourage you to do what we call the drill around, drill down. First, think about your topic in all its majestic glory. What possible anecdotes might be included in your explorations of that topic? If you're an engineer who once attended an inventor's fair with your older brother, what led you to that event? How long have you been interested in making things? What are some of your favorite creations, and how did you come up with each idea? What final lessons might you learn, or conclusions might you come to based on your interest in invention? Jot down some notes on each of these subjects, leaving space to fill in details later. This is the drill around. Once you have excavated the surface and noticed some glittery potential essay ideas, it's time to transition to the drill down. In this stage, follow your most promising ideas and interesting tangents as far as they will go. If you're our engineer friend, choose your favorite invention. Maybe it was an essay-writing robot. Where did the idea for this creation come from? How long did it take you to plan out your project? And did anyone help you along the way? Where did you get the parts to build your robot? What other challenges did you experience? Dive into each subject head first, recording every detail you can think of. Nothing is too minute or too unimportant to get down. Forget minimalism. More is more. It may feel like you're veering off course as you delve into a side note to your main story, but these divergences are often the source of unexpected and compelling details. Following your train of thought about your grandfather's immigration experience could lead to a memory of a weird book about underwater animals that taught you how to speak English. Be as descriptive as you can, and don't worry about overdoing it. You can always scrap what doesn't work. As you start to dig into this process, you may find drilling around and down for golden nuggets isn't as easy as you expected. Here are a few guidelines to help you effectively execute your excavation. Just write. Even if you're not in the mood, even if you don't think you'll like what's coming out on the page, even if you hate everything you're writing that day, just freaking write. If your thoughts don't come out the way you want them to, bold them. Put them in parentheses. Make a small notation that indicates you may want to circle back and revise. If you don't know what to write about, start jotting down a description of your day so far. Just don't stop the forward motion. At this phase in the process, bad writing is not your enemy. Your enemy is the blank page. Don't write. Maybe writing isn't your favorite way to express yourself. Perhaps you're more of an artist, or you prefer to just talk for hours. When setting words down on the page poses an obstacle, don't forego the free write. Go around it. If you suddenly feel the urge to draw, sketch it out. Make a diagram or an idea map. If you think you're a better talker than a writer, record yourself telling your story to a friend and then transcribe what you said. Tell it a few times and observe which details you add and subtract. Do whatever it takes to keep telling your story. Forget spelling and grammar, for now. Attention to details like grammar and spelling is essential to the final draft of your essay, but now is not the time to be overly fussy. Don't stop your flow to check the spelling of Massachusetts or look up the rules for dangling modifiers. You don't even have to write in fully fleshed out paragraphs if they aren't coming naturally in the moment. For now, we give you license not to care. Though please, for the love of English teachers around the world, try to use your and your correctly if you can. No judgments. This is similar to the rule we spoke about in Chapter 3. You are absolutely not allowed to judge your first attempts. No backtracking. Do not reread the sentence you just wrote to see if you like it. Don't think about whether or not you're going in the right direction. Don't look back. Just keep swimming. Don't stop believing. Just freaking write. Or draw. Or talk. Interpretive dance if you have to. Only you know the best way to get your thoughts out of your brain and into the world. Ask for questions. Tell a close friend or family member you trust about your topic and ask him or her to assign you a set of quick interview questions. If this person read an essay about your topic, written by you, what would they want to know? Free writing in response to bite-sized prompts is a great way to inspire a new flood of ideas and break through initial free writing trepidation. Make sure to request that whoever asks these questions challenges you to dig for details. You are trying to tell a vivid story that stays interesting for the length of an entire essay. If, for example, you're Grayson writing about your journey through the intimidating world of improv comedy, maybe your mom will ask you about your scariest attempt at coming up with an idea off the cuff. Perhaps she'll ask you what random character you enjoyed playing the most and how you decide what kinds of details you will try to bring to a new scene. Why is improv scarier than a presentation at the front of the classroom? Getting a new perspective in the mix will pose many questions you may not have thought to ask yourself. Identify the highlights, but delete nothing. Of course, you are going to want to review your free writes and start wrangling your best work, but try not to do this until you have at least double the number of words required for any given assignment. We also recommend sitting down to free write at least 3 times before you start to sift through your results. Remember, it is much easier to snip and trim away from an essay that is too long than it is to add to one that isn't fully fleshed out. That said, when you do begin to review and isolate your best efforts, always save a copy of your initial free writes. Don't trash your extra words for good. You will regret it. Writing the college essay is stressful enough. You don't want to have to do the mental version of dumpster diving for former drafts. Forget the empty trash button even exists. Keep an initial copy of all your free writes saved at least until submission day. Who knows, maybe one day you may even want to read through those initial free writes just for fun. Our favorite Saturday night activity. Once you have thoroughly excavated your brain and mined your memory, how do you decide which elements belong in your personal essay? What separates the good from the bad? Mostly, it comes down to finding big patterns and plucking gems.